I think that it does, because I think you need to take accountability for the people you associate with. I mean, because like people are friends with like abusers and bad and terrible people, and like acting as if they're completely innocent is also just acting like it's just
It's
excusing,
like yeah.
and they're just being complacent over a terrible behavior of someone else. I get it, because like, you know, everybody should take care of themselves. Like, let's say you're a girl and your boyfriend is like this terrible person. He's a grown ass man. He should be able to, like, you shouldn't have to baby him. But I see the other side of like, to what point are you just being complacent to their negative behavior?
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to school. But don't worry, everything is cool. I'm your host, Jalissa, and of course, I'm here with the boys, Steve and Brandon. Say what's up, you guys.
What's up?
And how y'all doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
Steve
sandbagged me on.
I didn't. I fucking was coughing, dude. I'm doing okay. I'm a little under the weather, but it's all good. My spirit is healthy. What? How's that nasty? Julie, you and me are brother and sister.
You probably have COVID.
No. I swear I don't.
How do you know? You got
I
tested?
can taste. I can smell.
You got tested?
No.
Sometimes that's not a symptom.
I didn't feel like I have COVID.
No.
Don't you feel like the feeling is more important than whatever a test says?
I should have known. I hear it's coming back. Maybe it never left.
All of like my sister's friends have COVID.
Really?
100.
Sure.
I saw the guy, Noah Lyles, the racer. You know how he just won bronze? At the
COVID?
time of this recording, yeah, he ran with COVID.
What?
It said that he tested positive 2 days ago and that he was like, fuck it, I'm still running.
It's been 4 years, bro. Maybe it's time we put COVID behind us.
We're closer to 2027 than we are to 2020.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah. That's how time works.
Do you think people should still worry about COVID?
No, bro, we got the vaccine for a reason.
Probably, you should probably do your part, right?
Do your part.
But nobody really does.
Like as in like staying home and all that?
Yeah, but you should probably do that with most sicknesses, you know? But
yeah, you see, I wore a mask when I went out. Since I've been sick, I've worn a mask.
Well, what about right now?
Well, I know you guys don't care. I know you guys don't
care.
care.
Who said that? I do care.
Now, off camera, he was literally telling me he doesn't care.
When did I say that?
No,
we were recording off camera. Put the clip.
When did you ask us, bro? You
I
never asked
asked,
us.
is it okay that I'm sick on
You
this
didn't ask
spot?
that.
You guys were fully aware that I was sick.
I was not fully aware.
You were. All right,
Oh,
whatever.
So it's my fault?
No, whatever. Whatever.
So it's my fault?
Sick people listening to this, rise. We are union together. We are stronger. Guys, it's an important day. You know what today is?
No.
It's International Cat Day.
I saw. Yeah, I saw.
Is it actually?
Yeah, and it's also what is it? I want to give the proper term. This isn't my segment yet. I just thought I'd put this in our cold open. I'm pretty sure it's today. Yeah, you know, it's International Female Orgasm Day. Oh. In August 8th, 2024.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's a day to celebrate women's sexuality and the taboo topic around women's sexuality.
Fantastic.
Interesting you didn't know, Julie.
I don't know.
Where do you get your women resources from? Life.
Yeah.
You just
TikTok?
woke up.
TikTok, I guess.
TikTok. Nah, yeah. I just thought I'd sprinkle that in there because I thought that was an important thing. Because there's a third thing, but I'll mention that in my segment. Yeah, but it's an important day, dude.
Do you know who Moschino Dorito is?
No.
He's a white redheaded guy.
No.
He's on. He's getting canceled on TikTok right now.
Why?
He said something. He's one of you. If I showed him to you, you'd be like, I've probably seen him. You've probably seen him. He's like,
he's a big TikToker.
He makes like skits, but then sometimes he'll do like political skits, you know. And then he made a really bad one where he made a skit about voting for Kamala Harris, but he used Sonia Massey's death as the punchline, saying like, "Oh, y'all are really gonna vote for the cop now," and people really did not like that. Yeah. And valid, right? Mm-hmm. And so he everybody was giving him backlash, and he doubled down by saying like, "Nah, you guys don't know. Like, you should read these books." Which was even worse because it was the black community who was saying like, "Don't say that, don't make fun of her." And then he told the black community, "You guys need to educate yourselves." Yeah. And then people got even madder, and he's crashing out right now. He's like losing it a little. Yeah,
No.
because he won't apologize. He keeps being like, "Nah, you guys are wrong. I'm right." But he's a white guy. I don't know.
Do you think
That's
that's why
weird.
people shy away from politics? Like people who are big creators. So you think some people don't talk about like Palestine stuff?
I don't know. Maybe, but I feel like if you spend time thinking about it,
No, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
should be
saying,
fine.
like, I think for the most part, I would say influencers aren't educated, or maybe the general public isn't as educated.
yeah. I mean, I was just bringing him up because I feel like it's an interesting phenomenon that some people or some white people are like that. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
coming and explaining. I don't know why I thought of it. I thought of it because I thought it was funny how you were like, "Where do you get your women resources?" I wanted to be like,
Yeah,
you're as a man explaining to her.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
like
why.
that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, "Where do you get your women resources?" Because like the joke in and of itself is like, "Bro, you're literally a woman. And I'm a
Mhm.
dude."
But that guy's crazy. That guy's weird. I heard he stinks apparently.
He looks like he
stinks?
stinks.
There's everybody. Well, because he's not apologizing, right? He's very much being like, nah, fuck you guys, I'm right. A lot of people are duetting him, explaining why he's wrong. And this one guy who works at a movie theater was like, I saw that guy once come in, and I didn't get near him, but he had like an aura of stench.
Like stink lines.
Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
you know Pigpen from Peanuts,
Mm.
Charlie Brown, the one who stinks.
Uh-huh,
Pigpen.
yeah.
They said he has that like vibe.
Or you
That
just
vibe.
seen
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking
it's like
stink
flies around
lines.
him. Yeah, but I don't know.
Do you guys
That's
ever?
interesting.
I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
You ever see a picture of someone and you know that they stink if you were to get close to them? No,
Huh?
you never seen someone who has the aura of stinkiness?
I guess so, but I think I guess in a different way. I feel like sometimes I see people and I'm like, you just look dirty. So
Is that judging a book by its cover?
probably, right?
Is that too fucked up?
I don't know.
Should we judge books more by their covers?
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't know.
Are you being dead ass or is this
I
a
used to
bit?
do that all the time when I go to the
The library?
the bookstore.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like when you just go out and you see
No,
people.
no, like actual books. Well, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like from a book, the first thing you see is the outside of it.
Mhm.
So you're kind of like, oh, this looks interesting or intriguing. That's kind of like for me. I always saw that's kind of like the hook. That's the thing that like captures me first.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is why I was always like, I feel like you should invest a lot on how your cover looks like.
Yeah, I get you. Because I think people's outer appearance is just a manifestation of their inner.
I agree. I feel like I miss when books had those like hard covers. They still have them, but not as much. It's all that paper shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
because it's more expensive.
But I mean, what
Well, I mean, like taking the combo more towards like people, like, and obviously, like I think if someone who cares about themselves usually like will take care of themselves, right? So like,
I think
or am I?
I think judge a book by its cover works, but not when you take it too far. You know what I mean? I think it's with like a lot of sayings where it's like, yeah, for the most part, it kind of works. But when you think about it too deeply, it doesn't really work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like
So-
one's an object and one's like a human being where
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
you can't really like judge someone just by their looks, you know?
Yeah.
Because it kind of works like this, where it's like you could look at someone and be like, nah, that guy's probably weird. He's probably not interesting. In that situation, you're probably like, well, maybe don't say that. Maybe he's probably a cool guy.
Yeah.
But then if you make it super deep, it can get a little racist and
No, for sure.
yeah, you know what I mean. That's why I don't know. People shouldn't. think
No,
too
for
deep
sure.
about
Because
that.
I also like if somebody's like covered in dirt and like smells, like maybe they're just having a rough day.
But yeah,
you know, or a rough
I miss
time.
when books had that. They only have them on like Bibles now.
What?
Those hardcovers.
Oh.
I miss when stuff was really quality.
Well, physical media is going away, bro.
I miss when stuff was like made with quality. Like I had this shirt the other day that I was looking through because I was getting rid of some stuff, and the quality's so bad, like compared to like vintage stuff. It sucks, man. They just changed it because it's cheaper.
Have you seen that though? I've been seeing that all over TikTok where
About
people
what?
are comparing their clothing
Yeah.
of like how it used to be back then to now and how it's very cheaply made. They're
Yeah,
like,
and the fit's terrible.
yeah, and like somebody was comparing, I forgot what. I think it was like, I want to say it was like Aeropostale or what is it? Abercrombie.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, where they were like, they would look at pants and like the pants are really like thick and like nice quality. And they used to be a little more pricey, but now like their prices went down and now the quality is like not that great of clothing.
That sucks. That really sucks.
But I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about it, how people are comparing their clothing and like how now it's being cheaply made.
Yeah.
Well, it's fast fashion, right? And like the
Yeah.
rise of Shein and like Temu and
I don't
like
think it's. I mean, that's a big part to play, but I don't think it's only that. I think you obviously want to now sell as much for as little, right? So if you can make the same like shirt, but for way like less with shittier qualities, you're probably gonna do that because it's like, well, you're just not gonna buy clothes. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that, which sucks. It makes me. I don't know. I think a lot about stuff like that.
It's
Like
kind of like,
bottles.
yeah.
Like before we had glass bottles, everything was glass bottles. That's cool. I read like not too long ago. I didn't read it. I saw it that the United States used to have a really good glass bottle recycling system, and that I think we should go back to that.
just
Plastic
having
bottle.
everything be glass.
Yeah, plastic bottles suck. They never.
Well, I mean, I like hydros. Hydros like when you can reuse shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, why would I ever use a glass bottle
Yeah.
for?
But I mean, glass bottles. They're easier. They're easier to recycle than these.
You know what fucking pisses me off?
What?
Like, it's going on, talking about environmentalism. I hate that, like, now every time I go to a spot, like, so I smoke, for those of you who don't know. But when I go to a spot, like, I swear I always see somebody dump their fucking trash. Like, every single time I go to a spot, and, like, I just don't understand, dude. Like, where's the fucking humanity? Like, dude, I went to the park this past Sunday, and there was a dude there drinking with his girl. And he was drinking beer, right? They were both drinking a beer. And when he finished it, he literally just tossed it up and over like this little fence that they were at. He just literally threw it.
Oh,
Like he just threw it, bro. And I'm like, I guess like a part of me is mad at him. And then I'm like, and then at the girl, I'm like, this is your fucking man, bro. Like this is the dude you stick around with.
Yeah.
This fool's publicly drinking like around kids, and then he just tosses his
Question:
bottle.
Is that a red flag? If you were on a date with a guy and he littered, is that a giant red flag for you?
I think so, because I feel like for me, my own value is I wouldn't do that, and I feel like why would I be with somebody who's like that? So
Yeah, dude, I tried looking for the bottle too. I couldn't find it.
The
I don't know.
what?
This motherfucker threw it into like the next dimension. Yeah, dude. I literally spent like 15 minutes looking for it, and I couldn't find that shit.
Man, I don't know. If people are saying, oh, go ahead.
well, no, well, I was gonna go more into that, where I was like, do you think like having somebody be in a relationship with somebody like that also defines a lot about you? Because you know how people date people who are also maybe like, I guess this is more into the extreme of like their significant other is maybe a little racist.
No, yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I heard it's a tricky combo. No, go ahead. I heard it's a tricky combo though.
I think for some things like that, like when it's stuff that you can change, like let's say your boyfriend isn't a complete irredeemable asshole, like maybe he just fucking litters all the time, or he says some problematic things. I think across the board, I think you should probably try and check them or educate them, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're kind of like, nice.
But do you think that says a lot about you, like as like your significant other is very like, I guess, racist, or like in these situations, like I've seen a lot of people who like right now in like the state that we're in, right,
Yeah.
where like your significant other is very like pro Trump and all these things. Do you think that is very telling of like yourself, of like that you sort of in a way also believe that?
I think that it does, because I think you need to take accountability for the people you associate with. I mean, because like people are friends with like abusers and bad and terrible people, and like acting as if they're completely innocent is also just acting like it's just
It's going like that,
excusing
Yeah.
and they're just being complacent over a terrible behavior of someone else. I get it, because like, you know, everybody should take care of themselves. Like, let's say you're a girl and your boyfriend is like this terrible person. He's a grown-ass man. He should be able to, like, you shouldn't have to baby him. But I see the other side of, like, to what point are you just being complacent to their negative behavior?
Yeah.
You know, because I get both sides, because I get some people are in, like, abusive relationships sometimes where, like, their partner is a fucking asshole and they can't really, like, feel like they have the freedom to disconnect from them. But I feel like there has to be a little bit of accountability there of, like, you realize, though, that the longer you stick with this person and the more you, like, turn an eye away from their behavior, you're just enabling them.
Yeah.
Like, they're just being terrible people.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't give, I don't know, you by staying with them, and this goes for gender. Like, it doesn't matter the gender. Like, if you're a dude and your girlfriend's, like, a piece of shit, like, you're still enabling that behavior. Like, I'm sorry, like, because that's what I also don't understand when people break up with someone and then they're like, man, fuck that person. That person was this, and that, and they did all this. And I'm like, but you chose them. You willingly chose to be with them.
Yeah.
You know, like, take some accountability for your own misery too, you know? I mean, like I said, you're not obviously their parent. You didn't raise them. Like, their entire being isn't your fault. But I also think that there is, like, it does say something about you of, like, why did that attract you?
Yeah.
Like, what did that do for you?
And to be clear, right, you're only saying, like, stuff that's, like, what would you even put under the umbrella of it? Because obviously there's things where it's, like, if you're in a relationship and that person's, like, abusive, you know? That's not what you're talking about?
Yeah, because, like I said, I think there's multiple facets to it where I think, like, there's an argument to be made where some people are in a shitty relationship and they just can't leave it because of, like, they're being manipulated, you know? And I think then that's just victim blaming, and I understand that. You can't really, like, be like, this is your fault. But I think that there's also, like, some dynamics where you have to take accountability for the actions that put you in the situation in the first place, you know? And that doesn't mean, like,
you mean in situations where the partner isn't manipulative or, like,
or
holding them hostage.
Yeah, like,
they're just not great people.
Yeah, like that. Like the what I saw at the park. Dude, that pissed me off so bad. Because it was at LA State Historic Park. And that's such a nice park. They do, like, their absolute best to take care of that park. And this dude just chugged his beer and just threw it, like, over the fence. I'm like, bro, like, how can you stick by someone who's like that? Yeah. Like I said, and that doesn't mean I got more mad at the girl than the guy. No, like, I got more mad at the dude. But I'm just like, dude, like, it does say something about your character to accept that. But I don't know. There is like a part of me, like, doesn't want to get, like, too into.
I get you.
Because I'm like, at the end of the day, people are their own like handlers, I guess you could say. Yeah. You know, like,
I just think
they control their own actions.
I feel like if I were in that situation, I'd be embarrassed though.
Nah, yeah.
Like, I'd be like, this is weird.
That's
why would you do that?
For sure.
Like, because I feel like, I don't know, like, I thought it was like just a role of, like, that's just wrong to kind of do, you know? But I guess some people don't see it that way, where it's like littering is, like, I guess bad or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, to me, I wouldn't like that, which is why I would say, like, to me, I'd be like, don't do that. Like, it's just weird.
People are super inconsiderate.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. You know what fucking sucked this morning?
What?
That, speaking of inconsiderate people, there's like traffic in this one lane that it's like you guys go, if you ever go to my house, there's that one road with all the trees that you go up and then you take a right and then my house.
I know what you're talking about.
There was like traffic, there was a holdup, and it was because this fucking cyclist was in the fucking, like, and I like, he was literally in the middle of the driving lane, and there's a fucking bike lane for him. And he was just cycling, and people were mad, and he was just, like, being like, fuck you guys. I don't understand people like that.
Bike people annoy me. Like, bike people genuinely make me so mad because they're very inconsiderate of everything else.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like as somebody who's on a bike, I think you should also respect road rules.
Yeah.
Of, like, if there's a stop sign, you need to stop. And then, because a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
A lot of them still
go.
They still go through it. And then a lot of them, because they're on fucking bikes, they get in the middle of the road and they know you can't hit them, because then that's fucking, like, you'll kill them.
Yeah.
But, like, for the most part, they basically just try to take over the road. And it's like, bro, like, you guys they've built so many lanes for you guys now. Like, you guys have your own fucking lanes. And also, I hate when they're going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I hate when they're on the opposite side of the road. And it's like, bro, you're supposed to go in the same direction as every fucking car.
Respect goes both ways. If you want respect on the road, you give respect on the road.
Yeah.
I'm all for environmental solutions, but I also think that you should offer people respect. You know, it does, just because you're riding a bike doesn't make you fucking Jesus. Doesn't mean that you are suddenly the king of the road.
Yeah. No, last time, this was a while ago, but it was like a whole bunch of, like, kids. Like, they look like high schoolers. Yeah. And it was like a whole bunch of them on bikes. And on, like, I think I was coming from, like, Eagle Rock or something.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were in the middle of the road. Like, it was like basically 20 of them, and they were all just blocking the whole entire road. And like all the cars were like beeping at them, and all they were doing was like flipping and like laughing at the cars behind them.
I hate when those bike riders pop wheelies and they go like that to like scare the cars. Bro, why would you do that? Like, genuinely, why would you do that?
But that's the thing that makes me mad, because it's like, because then it's like, for like, that's extremely dangerous because it's a car versus a bike.
Yeah.
And like for the most part, none of them are wearing helmets or anything. And it's also like, I'm a car. I'm still gonna drive. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to stop if you like go in my direction. But it's like, that's still just a danger for for both of us. But I feel like, who's gonna get more in trouble? Me, because I'm in more of the vehicle that's a lot more dangerous to you.
Yeah.
You know. And that's what I was like. That's what all that pisses me off.
Dude, the fucking wheelie thing is so true. This past few days, you know how I told you I've been fucking dying?
Yeah.
I remember I drove to go get some NyQuil, and literally like 9 p.m. at night, there was this guy popping a wheelie and doing the like
fucking,
the little skid thing, and he fucking ate shit, dude.
I
I was like, nice. Because he was like, I swear he was like a few centimeters from hitting my fucking car, and then I was looking in the rearview and he fucking ate shit. But I felt bad for him when he ate shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still human. And I was like,
I wish police would give them tickets.
Yeah.
More. Cause bro, like they're always blowing by stoplights, stop signs, but then you're the bad guy. But you blew the fucking light, bro.
Yeah.
It's good. Boy, it's hard, bro. Cause like I understand, like I said, like it's pro-environmental.
But I feel like I feel like even in like driving school, you learn that as a cyclist, you have to do the same thing of respecting the road. Like I think a lot of people don't know it because they generally didn't read anything for like driving lessons.
They have a bike for a reason.
Like, yeah, like I just feel like a lot of people like never. I don't know if people just never learned about it. I mean, I learned about it. I learned that you have to go in the same direction as traffic when you're on a bike.
Yeah.
Like, I learned that you also have to respect the stop and the fucking red lights too. Like, how is it that nobody else has gotten that? Like, or understands that like it's dangerous to like not respect those rules.
Well, to me, it's also like they're the whole like, oh, they're saving the environment. They're not, though. Like, they're fucking not.
What do you mean?
The people who actually have impact on the environment are the giant corporations. It's not the everyday people. So them being like, oh, I'm saving the environment is just a cop out for them to
do whatever they want.
Do whatever they want. And even if they were saving the environment, that doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want. Like, I don't understand. You know? I don't know.
It's that thing. Is it reminds me of that Family Guy episode where Quagmire is like, driving a Prius doesn't make you fucking Jesus. Doesn't mean we have to bow down to you.
Yeah, I don't know. They're so inconsiderate. I think if they want to be on the road, they should learn the rules of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, that's facts. That sounds like the perfect time to get into my first segment.
No, I'm not done. No.
Okay.
Continue.
I think also LA traffic just sucks, dude. If you guys are from LA, you already know this shit sucks. So, I don't know. Be more considerate of others, bikers, because I know there's probably at least one biker out there, and I know you see us seeing you.
Maybe he'll watch this podcast and be like, you know what? I don't want to be the bad guy anymore.
I hope so. Maybe we change your life today. You're welcome. But for the first segment of April, so for those of you who don't know, it's April 8th, 2024.
You mean August?
Oh, yeah, my bad. August 8th, 2024.
It was in April, bro.
My bad. I'm in a different timeline, dude.
4 months behind, man.
So, I know, right? What is that about? But anyways, for those of you who don't know, it's Lionsgate. I don't know astrology, but I just heard it's the luckiest day of the year. And so, me being an optimist that I am, I brought quotes of positive manifestation today. And Julie and Brandon are going to help me by either giving it a dub
Question
or an L. Yeah, what's up?
Does Lionsgate mean it's Leo season?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Do you see? This is why we have a woman on the podcast, because I did not know.
Cool.
I was going to quietly just Google
Is
search
it
that.
Lionsgate or Lions Portal?
Oh, it might be Lions Portal, actually.
Lionsgate is the company.
Like I said, this is why we have Julie here. Shout out to Julie.
Google it.
Yeah, it's Lions Portal.
So we have Julie here. Shout out to Julie.
Okay.
First quote. Tell me if this is a dub or an L. By Eleanor Roosevelt. Sorry.
Eleanor?
I am a little under the weather.
Eleanor?
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
It's pretty cool.
Is that one cool?
The future what? Belongs to the people of their dreams?
Come on. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Be honest, Julie.
Sure.
Um,
I mean, it's my dream, right?
Eleanor Roosevelt, she was
I thought it was
not Teddy's,
I
right?
lucky thought it was a dude.
It was
You're thinking of Theodore Roosevelt.
no, but she was the
Yeah, the first lady of Theodore Roosevelt's wife.
Wait, Theodore or the other Roosevelt?
Wait,
There's two Roosevelts.
no, you're right.
Franklin or Theodore?
My bad. Franklin D. Roosevelt was her man's.
I went to school.
Yeah.
And where did Theodore come from? Where did he read
There's
that?
two presidents.
There's two. Yeah, there's
And they
another
both had Eleanor's?
No. They
Oh.
they're
No,
just
no,
both Roosevelts.
one. Theodore Roosevelt's
They're
wife
they're related, I think.
was called. Oh, really?
I think like cousins.
His wife was called Edith.
Edith.
Yeah, I looked it up right now. Second quote. This shout out to everybody. I know this is coming out a week later, but I read that supposedly it lingers on a little bit more. So I'm gonna put my spiritual manifestation energy into this. So hopefully these all come true to you. Number 2, your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. By Jim Rohn.
Pretty
Got a
good.
dub?
Pretty good.
Number 3, act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James.
Pretty good.
Dub. Julie?
Does it?
Julie said L for that one. Act
Active-
as if what you do makes a difference. It does. You don't think so?
Does it?
Yeah.
I guess it's the same one as the first one, as the other one.
If-
The one before that one.
If I threw a piece of trash at you, would that make or break your day? It would make a difference, though, right?
I guess.
So technically, it's true.
Come on, Jay. You got to believe that what you do makes a difference. And I don't even mean that in like the political spectrum of things. I mean, like, if you're having a shitty day, what you do.
I'm going to have a shitty day.
Have you heard this thing? And this side note. side note. Have you ever heard this quote? Not this quote. It's like this interview. This guy's giving, I guess he's like a life coach. And this girl's like, I can't trust. Like, I have difficulty trusting. I don't have the ability to trust. And the guy's like, yes, you do. You're doing it right now. You're trusting in your ability to not trust. And she's like, she thinks on it. She's like, oh yeah, that is true. And I'm like, that is a good point, right? She literally says that is a good point. So to me, it relates to that quote where it's like, act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. Because I think, like, even in the negative, let's say you're having a shitty day, and you're like, I just keep having a shitty day. You're allowing yourself to have a shitty day. Because what you do makes a difference.
Very cool.
Right?
What would you rate that one out of 10, Jude?
A 7.
Okay.
Fair.
That's fair. Yeah. Number 4, success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. I got to give that one like a 5.
Yeah. I'm sure maybe it's true, but it's not very punchy, you know?
Yeah. And I also think like success, that makes success too broad for me. I'm like, success can be like personal.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What did I do for the world? What did I do for me?
I get you.
It reminds me of that Scott Pilgrim of like, Scott learned the power of self-love.
Yeah.
When he first felt, he's like, he did it for his loved ones, but then he's like, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. And I think that's beautiful. I think that you got to be there for. Oh, this one is by Theodore Roosevelt. Next one. Number 5. Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Dude, I was watching some clips of some athletes like winning championships. And one of them that I really liked was, I don't know what his name was. I haven't seen him around. But they asked him like, oh, what does this mean to you? And he's like, sorry, like, I don't mean to get like deep about this, but I think like you got to believe in yourself. Because really, like, if you don't, nobody else does. And I don't know, it was so profound to me because the way he says it is like, man, like, if you don't think you can do it, no one else is gonna think you can do it. Like, no one else is gonna think that all your dreams and accomplishments are gonna come true. Everybody else in the world can think that you're not gonna do it, but if you do, then fuck, man, that's all you need. And I feel like that's what it reminds me of. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Shout out to Theodore Roosevelt. Number 6, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
That was good.
The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. I actually don't understand this one.
I think he means realization, like, not like the thought, but like it coming to fruition. So he's saying like the only limit of what tomorrow can be will be the extent of how much you doubt today.
Oh. Do you get it, Julie?
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. That was cool.
That's cool.
That one's a bar. Might get that one tatted. Number 8. Dream big and dare to fail. Norman Vaughn. That one reminds me of when we had Sawan and he was like, I'm ready to fail. Like, failing is a cheat code to success. And it was kind of a bar. I'm not going to lie. I'll give Saul that one. Number 9. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis.
That was good.
Yeah. Number 10. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Kind of wordy.
I didn't get it. I was waiting for the
Like
for the bar.
The bar. What lies behind us and what lies before us, so in front of us, are tiny matters compared to what lies within us.
Yeah,
I guess I get it. Do you get it?
No.
I guess it's saying like your past and your future is nothing compared to what's happening right now. Right?
Yeah, I think. And
I
what's
think so. I think so.
Well, there
See,
you go.
I could have said it way simpler.
But there you go. We're kind of like I think so.
That one, yeah. L. That one's an L. Sorry, Ralph. Which is a video game name. Number 11. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Nah, I don't know.
You guys both had different reactions to that.
That one's corny.
These are all pretty corny.
But they're quotes. They're meant to be. Oh, this one's unknown. What the? Your only limit is your mind.
It's probably fucking Batman said that.
Thoughts?
But they didn't want to quote him.
Yeah, that'd be a little too
corny. Your only limit is your mind. You know what? To an extent, I think that.
You know pause real quick.
Okay.
You know what I don't like, or I don't know that it's that big a deal, but you know when people do quotes like, what's that thing Alfred says in Batman when he's like, "Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves." I'm not the biggest fan that they put Alfred said that, because technically he didn't. Christopher Nolan said that because Alfred's not fucking real. You know? So when people do that, like, oh, Batman or Superman said that, I'm like, well, kind of, but like the writer, technically, give him credit, no?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
You know?
It's because you're woke, bro.
Because
you're woke.
Because if you're going to do it like that, it's like, oh, cool movie quotes, like cool things the characters say. But I feel like when you put Alfred or Batman or Superman said that, I'm like, well, but he didn't actually say that, like.
Yeah. No, he's kind of spinning.
Am I fun at parties? Is that right?
Oh, is that one of those, like, can we talk about
It's
the political
like, people are like, oh,
and
brother.
social network of the world right now? Okay, number 13. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. I don't know about that one.
Thoreau?
I don't know about that one.
Success usually comes to those
who are too busy to be looking for it.
I get it.
I guess I understand.
You just don't get it.
Oh, I'm just not there?
Yeah.
I'm not a hustler?
Only
like
real
you?
ones. Only real ones.
Only real hustlers?
Yeah.
Julie, thoughts on that one?
Yeah, that's cool.
Julie, come on, you gotta give me something more than come on, that's cool.
Ooh, she's gotta get hyped.
You gotta get hyped.
We're gonna
Julie.
be like, no, we gotta start investing now.
I want one of these to hit you so hard you start tearing up.
I gotta start investing. That's what I.
No, if your friend group isn't talking about investing, Bitcoin, and crypto,
You need a new.
friend group. That's all I'll say.
Do I though?
Yes.
No, it's just.
Yes, you do.
This is some stupid shit people say.
Just some stupid shit people say. Yeah.
Nerds.
Would not have my mansion. And
Beat it, chick. That's how I feel.
Number 14. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. That one's classic.
That's classic.
Yeah. I think that one's true. That one hits.
What is it? You miss a million shots.
No, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I never understood that one.
He's saying like,
if
you don't try, you failed. Like that's like he's like, you know how people are like, well, what if I do it and I fail? Well, if you don't do it, you fail anyways. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's a good way of summarizing it. Yeah, like it's like in basketball, right? You're like, I'm not gonna make this shot, but if you don't try, then you're 100% not gonna make that shot. But at least if you try,
It's 50-50.
yeah, you never know. Maybe you'll make it.
Who's the next quote? Arthur Morgan.
Number 15, Arthur Morgan from fucking Red Dead 2. Arthur Ashe, actually.
Oh, my fault.
Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can.
Goku.
Oh, like this one. That one. I don't know. Wait, rate that one.
Now you have to guess who said it.
What?
There's like billions.
Which character I think said it? All right, do it again. Which character would say that?
Oh, who would say that? Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. That's something.
Who would say that?
SpongeBob.
Sonic.
Sonic.
I like Sonic. Sonic would say that.
That one works. Yeah. I'll do Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right,
Okay.
Next one.
Number 16. This one's from Buddha. We all know him.
No, you can't tell me. Who
Oh,
said it.
sorry. This one's from Unknown. This one's actually bad.
No, it's gonna influence.
All right, fine. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create.
Mario.
What did you say?
Mario.
Mario?
I was gonna say Batman, but Batman's like an asshole kind of.
What you imagine, you create. Who uses their imagination a lot? The Fairly Odd Parents. Timmy Turner said this.
Sure.
Timmy
Turner said this.
Wait, was that the Buddha one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just tricked you guys. I read it actually.
Wait.
I tricked you.
Never mind.
What'd you wait? Actually, let's unpack
Wait,
this quote. Let's what you think you become.
They said Buddha said that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Or were you gonna do the same thing? Like, was it Buddha or was it
Yeah.
whoever wrote
Yeah,
the
but
Bible?
I don't want to sound like ignorant because then what if they're like, actually, there's a guy who's named, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
alright.
you know what's funny? It kind of cheated me because I was gonna say that joke, but I couldn't find a good way of saying it just a few minutes ago. It'd be like when they say Jesus said it, but really it was
like the Pope or whatever.
yeah. But wait, let's unpack this. What you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. I think that's true. I think our own thoughts can be our biggest enemies.
Sonic was spinning, bro.
Bro, I honestly
Sonic was spinning, dude.
I honestly think the older I get, the more I really do think that you create your own reality. Which I know you hate. I know you hate that like sentiment. But I think to a certain degree it's true.
Why do you hate that?
I don't hate it. I just
No, I'm being hyperbole, but
I just think that
he has his problems with it.
Oh, well, if you're gonna be like, oh, you're fun at parties.
Say it. I know what you're gonna say. Say it.
Well,
Does a homeless person?
yeah, because you could say that about a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, why doesn't that homeless person just create a mansion like in his mind? Because it's probably not fucking true that you can do that. I don't know,
Yeah.
right? I feel like it's true if you have like certain privileges, yeah, maybe. But for some people, it's like, oh, gee, if only, like that guy dying on the hospital bed. Oh, if only I just manifested.
Yeah.
If only I had manifested health, man. Oh, God, why didn't I think of that? You know.
But I understand, and you're right. I can't rebuttal that. I just think about like I think of confidence, right? Somebody who has the utmost confidence. Like, you know that guy who's on TikTok? I don't know if you've seen him. He's that guy who's always like, oh my God, this dude's always bugging me. And he shows his phone. He's getting a call from Elon Musk. Or the one who's always like, who's like.
And then he does meet those people now?
Yeah, well, exactly.
I think it's true to a degree, you know? Like to some aspects it is. But my problem is when people get up here, like those fucking preachers who are like, oh, I knew this guy who got sick and it's because he was just negative all the time. You know, it's when people take it that way. When I'm like, well, I don't know about all that, dog.
Yeah, I think because there's real world consequences. I guess I would say.
Yeah.
But like, I think to a certain degree, like I've seen this interview of 50 Cent where he was talking about how like he always knew he was gonna blow up and his music was gonna be big, even when people didn't give him a chance and nobody thought. And he was like, it's because I always just imagined it. Like I was like, I know that in like 10 years, 15 years, I'm gonna be big. I'm gonna be having concerts. Everybody's gonna know my name. Like, and like I believed it until it just became true. So I think to a degree it works, but I understand that like privileged like kind of mindset too of like, how come people on the other side of the world like don't just manifest a better reality for themselves? You know.
But I feel like people are. Is it the word privilege? Like people are able to say that because they genuinely made it. Like they can look back and say like, oh, I manifested this for myself. But you're saying that because you actually got there and you were actually able to do it. There's people who manifest those things and
It doesn't happen.
and it doesn't happen. But I think he was one out of I don't know how many people that have done it in the world of manifesting, and he's able to actually speak on it and say like, I manifested this for myself. You know? Does
Yeah.
that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're spitting.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Because I feel like people, especially nowadays, I feel like people misuse a lot of the word manifesting because they're like, oh, I manifested this for myself. And like, but I feel like there's just like, in a way, there's somewhat of a privilege and an advantage some people do have in being able to get to that place and being able to say that. And I'm like, and I feel like sometimes that gives people a little false hope of like, it actually works. Like it actually does this. But I think you're able to speak on it because you got there and you were able to say it. You know?
That's a good point. Yeah. I guess it sounds like it's true because it worked for him.
But it's not so much that I have a problem with people saying that that's true. It's just more that there's just a specific type of people that I see like on TikTok who there's this one guy who's like, oh, like you can literally fly if that's what you wanted, like manifesting wise. I'm like, all right, buddy.
Hey man,
sure,
you don't know. You don't know. Maybe that's I just haven't you haven't reached.
Oh, like in 50 years they'll be the first flying guy. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a negative Nancy.
It's because like I think of this is gonna be a crazy pull. I'm reaching deep into the bag for this one, but what's the name of that famous comedian? He has a brother and his brother has Down syndrome, and he talks about how like a lot of people always go up to him and when they find out that his brother has Down syndrome, they're always like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like I'm sorry that happened to you. And he's like, no bro, like he's fine, like if anything he's having a better life experience than most of us. Like to him, like life is just fun. And I think of that, like I guess like it's not that he's warping reality, it's more of just a perspective shift that I think can give you like some benefits. And I guess maybe that's what I think about, like when it comes to like, let's say you're going to hardship and you're like, I believe in myself, I think I'm gonna do it. At least if you fail, well, at least you had a good time doing it, as opposed to always having that anxiety of I'm gonna fail. You know, like there was some value there. There were some experiences you had that wouldn't have felt the same if you were negative the whole time. Yeah. But I get it though. It's like we could have a whole episode about this.
I agree though. I feel like for some aspects, yeah, I think that's a cool thing to have. But like I said, there's people who I forgot what they call them. It's not that's not the name of the manifesting people. It's with those mega churches. They're called this. They're preachers, but they're like they're called
evangelic.
No, it's not the like type of religion. They're called like something like material preachers, like something like like I forgot what it's called, but there's a name for it.
Do you want me to look it up or not?
If you want, if you could find it.
Material preachers?
That's not the name, but it's
manifestors.
No, but they're always the one who is like, oh, well, if you follow my church, if you believe in God, he's going to give you all the riches in the world. Like, and he's going to give you a big jet plane like the one I fly. That's why you keep giving me money. That's why you keep giving me the tax cuts, because that's what God, you get what I mean?
Like con artists?
I mean, people are calling them mega pastors, where it's just like these pastors that are, damn, one guy has, his net worth is 20 million.
Yeah.
He's a pastor.
But I think there's some people who do that with manifesting, who are like, you can just fucking have everything you want, which I don't know.
It reminds me of, it's kind of like a scheme. Have you ever seen those things where it's like, I'm going to teach you how to get rich. You just got to pay for my course, and I'll tell you how I got
Especially
rich.
too when it's like, oh, if you want to learn how to manifest, hit that subscribe button. You'll get all the riches you want as long as you hit the notification bell, and also like this post.
Which is true about our podcast. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to our Patreon. I put an extra manifestation in there, so whoever does it will have a good rest of the year.
Well, who's the next quote? Who's the next quote?
All right, let's move on. The mind is everything what you think you become.
Kermit the Frog.
Okay, good. Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. These are so similar.
Mr. Rogers.
Your thoughts become things? That's so basic.
Elmo.
You are what you believe yourself to be.
Sal from Impractical Jokers.
Okay. The power of imagination makes us infinite.
SpongeBob.
Okay. Energy flows where attention goes.
Mr. Fantastic.
Energy goes or where what?
Energy flows where attention goes. That one's true.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Energy.
Oh, when he
Energy.
created time travel.
Yeah, that's what he said. You know.
Energy flows where attention goes. Do you think that's true?
Energy goes where attention goes.
No, energy flows where attention goes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like, that's why you got to get off the fucking internet sometimes, bro.
Iron Man said that, bro.
Yeah.
That's why when he was making the arc
Yeah.
reactor.
I love that. Yeah.
I love that scene.
That scene was so
My
crazy.
favorite scene.
And I have the T-shirt where he had it.
Another side note, you know what I hate when people do these quotes and then they're fake quotes, but then they'll say like, "Oh, Jim Carrey said this,"
Or the famous one, the Patrick one. He was
The
like, Patrick did not say this shit.
Patrick and SpongeBob. I know. I was
Yeah.
literally gonna say that, where he's like, "We're not friends because of this or some shit. You're friends because you make me a better person." or
No,
something.
I think I can remember
Look
it.
it up. Look it up.
I think I can remember it. I swear. It's like Patrick SpongeBob was like, "Why are you Patrick?" Quote
Patrick
I remember it's like, "Is my decision." It was something like that. Is my decision.
Patrick did not say that.
Oh yeah. SpongeBob. Okay, so this is what it is. SpongeBob says, "What if I break your trust someday?" And Patrick says, "Trusting you is my decision. Proving me wrong is your choice." Favorite line.
They
did not say that.
Sound like that.
Patrick never said that.
Patrick did not say that shit.
See, I
This is
hate
not
that.
from a real episode.
That doesn't even sound like them.
I know they'll say some the deepest shit and they'll be like, Cosmo said that from Fairly Odd Parents. Cosmo doesn't talk like that.
I can't remember this episode, so I've been seeing this quote. This is not from SpongeBob. Everyone in the comment section is the most unfair people ever. If you didn't see it, it's not some Mandela fiction. But it never happened. As an avid SpongeBob fan when I was a kid. Dude, I saw the new, side note, I saw the new SpongeBob movie on Netflix.
Was it good?
I kind of was liking it. I was watching it with my nephew.
Is it the one with Sandy?
Mhm.
I always see I want a Squidward movie.
They're making one, I think.
That's my one gripe about the first SpongeBob movie is they didn't give enough screen time to Squidward.
I like how we're like deep quotes and it turned into, dude, I love SpongeBob. Dude,
Squidward? I think Squidward's the funniest one. He gets the best lines.
Do an impression right now.
I can't do an impression, but I like when Bubble Bass orders a fucking, like, he's like, let me get a triple patty supreme. But before he says that, Squidward's like, let me guess, Tiny, a small salad.
We serve food here, sir.
I love Squidward. He's funny.
It's so fun. You know what I think is corny? Speaking of corny and cringe, when people are like, when we were kids, we felt like SpongeBob. But who would have known as we got older,
I personally,
we feel like Squidward.
I personally like the one that's like, being a kid is when you idolize Batman. Being an adult is when you realize the Joker makes more sense. That's that's beautiful.
Brandon, do you think when we were kids, we were corny?
Oh, for sure.
I feel like me and Brandon used to hang out all the time. And sometimes I remember our combos.
You're spoiling my segment.
Okay. Sorry. Let me fast forward. I'm gonna read 3 last quotes. Let me see. One is from Maya Angelou. Ask for what you want and be prepared to get it.
Kendall Jenner.
Okay.
Okay.
Your life is as good as your mindset. You see, bro?
Barack Obama.
Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen.
Magic Johnson.
I was about to say that.
Magic Johnson said that
Yeah,
shit.
magic.
Yeah,
you know?
because magic. You know?
All right, well, that was the end to my segment. I hope on 8/8/24.
My favorite one, great pool, Julie. Sonic said that.
I know. I hope all of you guys manifest a beautiful future for yourself and you heal from anything you need to heal. And you have our support here on the TODO CHIDO podcast. And that is the end of my segment.
Oh yeah, but the proper way is the Lionsgate portal.
And thus I close the Lionsgate portal. You can close it, right? You're doing, for our audio listeners, you missed out on a good bit.
Doing that.
Who's next?
Julie.
Julie, what did you bring?
So for mine, I just had like a couple stories.
Ooh,
The first one. So in 2015, a woman's parachute failed to deploy while skydiving, surviving with life-threatening injuries. But days before, she survived a mysterious gas leak at her house. Both were later found out to be intentional murders plotted by her husband.
Damn.
Right? Wow.
God is with her.
Her angel is working
I
overtime.
hate comments like that. It's like, Jesus was by her side.
Yeah, it's like her guardian angel is working overtime.
Her husband was convicted of 2 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of criminal damage with intent to endanger life.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Right? Wild. I was reading about this. I was like, damn,
Okay.
that's crazy.
Why not just divorce her? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you
What
why would you want to murder her?
I don't ever understand the thinking. Because, I would never hurt anybody. But
Because we're just too.
we're just saints, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand the thinking of, like, divorce. Nah, that's too hard. Like, I'm just going to murder them.
But murder.
Now,
There's something there.
that's way easier.
Let me put a pin on that.
There was another one that I was reading. It was about friends.
The show?
But
or
it no
just-
like
oh.
like
Show?
like 2 homies.
Oh.
And I guess like this one guy was messaging his friend as like he was pretending to be like a stranger on the internet or something, and he was basically trying to convince him to murder his other friend. But the guy who's actually messaging him is like, so it'll be like Stevie was messaging you to murder him. And then
Wait,
and so then like Stevie was pretending to be like a stranger on the internet.
Like, Steve was pretending to be Patrick and telling me to murder Steve.
Yeah.
what?
And then it was later found out that it was like him. So then he basically like got convicted for plotting his own death.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. Is that a real story?
I don't know. I didn't that one I didn't look up, but this one I did.
I wouldn't be
Is that
surprised.
the end of the story? Or is it
Yeah,
more?
that was the end of the story.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So-
Right? Wild.
So she went.
So she went to like a skydiving thing that he personally bought for her for like as a gift.
Yeah.
He gave her like the like, oh, you should go skydiving kind of
Mhm.
thing. But then but days before the whole like skydiving thing, she had like a gas leak at her house. And then later on it was found out that he was actually like plotting all these things to kill
That's
her.
So wait, so the skydiving incident, he was gonna give her like a fake parachute or something?
It just failed to like work.
Oh, it failed to work.
Yeah.
So
it
he-
failed
So
to
he
work.
was gonna give her like a defective parachute or some
Yeah.
shit.
That's crazy.
You know what's funny? Do you think his school of thought was
what a super villain ass. Like,
what do you think his school of thought is like? If she agrees to the skydiving, she's clearly like already suicidal and doesn't care for her life. So it clearly means like if I go after her,
no,
you know,
I think
like-
he was just thinking of like accidents. Like, like, because the gas leak didn't work, obviously. So, because then he would get the out of, oh, it's just a gas. Oh, what a tragedy.
Yeah.
Like, a gas leak. And then, but like a skydiving, like, oh, like accidental.
that's so dumb. Like, and I get you. Like,
I
bro,
just-
why murder them?
Yeah, I just think it's
break up with
crazy
them.
because they say it was days before. Like he was plotting them. Like Nah.
Yeah.
I just
And,
mean,
like-
like, bro, the effort, bro, you could have gotten papers from a divorce court with
Yeah.
the less effort than having to plan out this fucking
Yeah.
Dr. Doom
and now he
ass
went
plan.
to jail.
Yeah.
And now his ass went to jail for that
I
shit.
know. Thank God.
I just think that's wild.
It is, yeah.
Sometimes I be hearing like these types of stories, and I'm just like, do people really not know who they're with? Like the type of people that they're with, you know?
Some people
Yeah,
are
it goes to
scary.
show you, right?
People are scary, man.
Yeah, that's why all that shit always scared me of like strangers.
That's why you picked the bear, right?
Now it all
bear
makes
wouldn't
sense.
do that. That's crazy too.
I just mean, like, dude, like, it goes back to that quote, like, why not put this effort into a job or something?
Yeah.
Like, dude, generally, it takes less effort to get the fucking job application
he
out.
probably wanted to kill though. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
he's a
think-
weirdo like that?
Yeah, I think people who kill probably deep, like, without.
You're right. No, you're
probably
right.
Deep down, want an excuse to kill. She's just a horrible wife. You probably just wanted to kill.
I hate people like that. There's this famous, not to talk about gore, but I don't know if you guys have seen it. You know what? No. I'll save myself from the horror that I'm about to tell you guys. This
Okay.
horror story. Just tell me the next one.
All right, the other one isn't about murder anymore. It's about friends. So 7 friends bought a mansion so they can retire and live together.
Hey, the dream.
So 7 friends decided to spend the rest of their lives together and buy a mansion for $580K. It all started as a joke, but the best friends eventually decided to pull the trigger and make it happen. They purchased an old abandoned house and transformed it into a lavish and gorgeous residence for them to live together.
That's cool.
Would you guys do that?
No.
I think we would end up hating each other, dude.
And
If I'm being honest.
You wouldn't live with me and Stevie?
Probably not.
Why not?
I like my privacy.
Wow, that's crazy.
You could be private.
But we would buy a big house.
You would get the West Wing.
I've never wanted a big house. I just want a big lot.
Well, we'll get.
What if it's both?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like big houses. They scare me.
Nah.
Because I'm afraid there's someone else in there.
There's someone living in the
I'm
walls.
not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid I'm not alone in the dark.
Ooh, it is becoming spooky season. No, I think like if I had to get like a property, I'd want to like kind of be by myself, unless I had like a family or something.
Yeah, I think if I was like, I don't know, some kind of like bachelor, I guess. I don't know. But
I just feel like it's gonna end up with us hating each other, bro. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I think I've had this conversation with my friends, and I feel like I think the only reason I had the idea was because I'm like, in this economy, we can barely afford a house by ourselves. So we were like, bro, we should just all just buy a nice like house somewhere and just all live together. But yeah, I feel like living together is for sure different with like people, because they can make or break you guys for sure.
Yeah. What if we move in with Brandon and like he's like, guys, every Saturday at like 5 p.m. I do a fart marathon. So I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't fuck with that. Like, what if I want to move out? You
What
know?
if Steve doesn't shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, like on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
He doesn't shower. So.
I know. So and then I gotta
Excuse you.
I gotta live with that.
Every Tuesdays, I do this thing called
Eating
a
out of
body
the trash.
appreciation. A body appreciation where I get as dirty as possible and I don't shower.
Exactly.
Because I just appreciate my
You know
natural
what
musk.
I thought you were gonna say this. I saw on one of those not Instagram, TikTok posts that these friends found like this hidden room in a mall that nobody knew about. It was like supposed to be like a storage room, but nobody knew. And then they lived there for like 3 years. They turned it into like an apartment.
Really?
Yeah, and I think they got caught because like one of them, like the janitor saw one of them, but they were living there for like 3 years.
Dude, I'd be so annoyed. I'd be pissed at that guy. I'd be like, you dumbass.
But I nothing happened to them actually. They just got banned from the mall.
Damn.
Yeah.
I saw this was old. This was a while back. There was this TikTok of this couple who was living, in those like storage units.
Yeah.
And I guess they converted it into like an apartment. And then I think the wife or whatever or the girlfriend, she was recording how they were living there.
Oh, and
then they posted it on TikTok and it went viral. And so they kicked them out.
Why would you do that?
I don't
you do
know.
that?
Tell me.
That's one thing I see a lot of. People do like really cool or sneaky shit, but then they recorded it and they expose themselves. I'm like, man, you should have just kept that to yourself, dog.
Right?
It's because in this day and age, it didn't happen unless you posted it.
Yeah, but you can have it and post it. At least post it on your private story, man. Like the whole world.
It's because clout, bro. It changes you.
Yeah, because I think in the video they were kind of bragging about it.
Yeah,
They were like, "Oh, look at us!"
They're hubris.
It's like that video. I don't know if you said it on the episode or if you said it to us off screen when you're like, there's that guy who's a TikToker and he's like, did you hear the celebrity drama about? No, I didn't. And then it's a video of him in nature, but he has like 500,000 followers and he's like an influencer. He's like, well, you're clearly on the internet.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. It's like you can't just be cool to yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta be cool to an audience.
I like that meme where it's like me when I do something cool and don't post about it. And it's like a horse running
through the beach.
The
I like that too.
Continue, Julie.
All right. So the next part are interesting facts about LA.
Cool.
Let's see if you guys know any of these.
Okay.
So Los Angeles has many nicknames. Do you guys know what they are?
The City of Angels, La La Land.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. That's all I know.
So
Los Angeles.
The Big Taco.
The Big Taco.
you're close. Well, semi.
What is it? Am I wrong with the food?
Yeah.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
The Big Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I am. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, bro. True Angelino right here.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
the Big Orange, the East Coast has its Big Apple, and the West Coast has its Big Orange. This is also to reference the fruit that is commonly grown in the area.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking
It's more
about.
of
So
an
yeah.
OC thing, but whatever.
Oh nah.
But yeah, the nicknames that they list are L.A., La La Land, City of Angels, and the Big Orange.
The city of
I eat an orange at least once a week. That's a real
Do
Angelino.
you guys know what the Hollywood sign used to say?
Hollywood Land.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx.
Said
Is
it
this a
first.
game now? Or are we trying to see who
I said it
goes
first.
more?
All
All right, the next one. Go ahead, Julie.
right, the next one. Do you guys know who accidentally founded Hollywood?
George Bush.
Goku.
Goku.
I don't know.
At least someone
acci-
real.
Accidentally?
Yeah,
Would I
Founded Hollywood?
Would I know them?
probably.
Charlie Chaplin. I don't know. Buster Keaton. I don't know. Not.
Harvey Weinstein.
Come on.
Might have to censor that one.
Next. All right, who is that?
who?
It was Thomas Edison.
I was just gonna say that.
Thomas Edison found Hollywood.
I was
Yeah.
literally gonna say
In what
that.
way? Like he
They
literally
just
found
said
it.
Thomas Edison was one of the U.S. most prolific investors. Was also a famous collector of patients. By the time he actually doesn't wait, and seen go to habit of suing movie makers and seizing their equipment. So the movie industry up sticks and left to the other
we
side of
learned
the
about
country.
this.
Yeah,
actually.
we did.
No,
yeah.
but wait, I know it seems like we're fucking around. But
Yeah, we did.
actually
We
learn
did
about
learn
this.
this.
Actually, yeah.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. I think I know this.
Did you know Thomas Edison was a historic piece of shit? Did you know that he would torture animals
Damn,
with
really?
electricity?
Do you know he was super? He's like the apex of a gatekeeper. He would basically gatekeep shit that he didn't even discover, and he'd be like, "I made this."
There's this famous video which is pretty gory where he electrocutes an elephant.
Damn.
You can see it.
Yeah, dude, he's a piece of shit.
He wanted to demonstrate that other forms of electricity, I think it was Tesla's,
Mhm.
something like that, that he was like, look how dangerous it is. So he would go around killing animals, like electrocuting
Damn.
them, and be like, mine is safer, even though
That's
it's like,
crazy.
yeah.
Didn't he famously like he invented like a new version of the camera that was supposed to be used for movies, but he didn't invent it.
just
He
said he did.
stole the idea,
And
and I think he sabotaged the other guy. No,
yeah, and I think he also stole from a black woman too.
he's like famously like a piece of shit. We learned that. Yeah.
So fuck that guy.
That's wild.
No, he didn't in my eyes. He didn't. Fuck that.
He didn't discover
guy.
Hollywood.
No. Fuck that guy.
It was probably discovered by someone else.
Yeah, someone else did it. He probably just had him killed. He probably electrocuted him.
Go ahead, Julie.
All right, so LA has the largest and most diverse collection of Ice Age fossils in the world.
Wait, say again.
Say again.
LA has the largest and most diverse collection of Ice Age fossils in the
Oh
world.
yeah, because of the tar pits.
Wow.
Do you know what the state fossil is?
The state.
Oh, is it the
fossil?
wolf?
No.
The mammoth.
The lion?
Saber-toothed cat. Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Well, it says right here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, so you'll find more than 3.5 million Ice Age fossils from more than 600 species.
You know what's funny?
And then, yes, the saber-toothed cat and the giant sloth skeleton.
You know what's funny? I like the Thomas Edison asshole, and the first thing is like he was not known as an asshole, but people thought he was an asshole.
It actually says that. Too.
Yeah, it literally
Really?
says he was
Yeah.
not known as an asshole, but people thought he was an asshole. This is literally the article is literally called "Edison was an asshole, but he was a brilliant polymathematician."
Sure.
But back to what you were saying on this fact.
All right.
You know what blows my mind about like the no like what you just said about the fossil thing. When I went to the Brea tar pits, I something like existential, like kind of hit me when you know they have all the dire wolves, right? All like all the ones that were trapped. I just think it's insane that like they got trapped there, either trying to help out other dire wolves or trying to get food that was stuck in there.
That's why.
And then
there's-
thousands of years later,
That's
they're
why
just
there's
there.
a higher ratio of predators, because a big like animal would get there and die, and then all the other animals would try to scavenge it, and then they would get caught. It's like a big mammoth would get caught, and then it would die, and then
Yeah.
all the other predators would be like, "Wee," and then they'd get caught.
That statue they have is so sad. The one was the actual tar pits where it's like an
Elephant?
elephant reaching out. Yeah, for its like little like baby,
Yeah.
and the baby's like
Aw.
on the edge, like oh.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Dude, the Brea tar pits. If you guys are in LA, you guys should check it out. If you've never checked it out, go and wear like something on your nose because that shit stinks. That shit stinks.
As you're saying, Julie.
Yeah, as you were saying. Jen.
All right. So there are 91 abandoned tunnels under LA streets.
We should start living in them.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'm down to living like TMNT.
Yeah, living.
Oh, I did know that though. No, I
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
So they were used for where did they come from? From prohibition. When alcohol was banned in LA in the early 1920s, 35,000 gallons of wine were poured into its sewers. So that's what they made all the.
Really? You know what else is in LA? There's a lot of abandoned underground, like just walkways. I don't know if you ever seen. There's even one right here. Like, oh, well, I was about to give away the location. But
a lot of them, because we used to have a kind of like a subway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people, I think they stopped them because they were so dangerous. People were literally getting killed all the time. No bullshit. I'm a fact check this because let's see, LA tunnel.
What's the next fact?
Closed for violence. Yeah, Julie, go ahead.
Los Angeles has 5 mountain ranges within easy reach.
San Gabriel. I just know San Gabriel.
San Fernando Valley?
San Fernando.
I think so, right?
It says Santa Monica, San Gabriel Mountains, Mount San Antonio, which is known as Mount Baldy.
Oh, mountain. I thought you said valleys.
Verdugo Mountains, the Santa Susana Mountains, and Griffith Park.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Very cool.
Very cool facts, Julie.
And then it says Los Angeles is home to the 3rd largest Chinatown in the U.S.
Nice. Very nice.
LA is the 2nd largest city in the United States.
First being New York.
But it's the best.
The
Not
best
according to didn't it come out somewhere that it's not?
Not according to lames.
Yeah, not according
You're a
to
loser, I guess.
if you're a leva.
What's that mean?
I actually don't know the actual leva meaning.
Like a slur.
It's like I know a lot of Mexicans say it, but I don't know what leva in Spanish slang. Remember, a group has turned their back on the rest. Yeah, if you're a leva, it's a Chicano urban barrio use. That's your dad. Maybe he knows. My brother would always say it.
He turned his back on the community.
Don't be a leva. Don't be a leva. Yeah, it says traitor.
Oh.
Yeah, don't be a leva.
LA has the world's first and only solar-powered Ferris wheel.
Really?
Which
How
one?
come I've never seen it?
It's the one in Santa Monica Park.
Really?
Santa Monica Pier.
It's
I had no
solar
idea.
powered? Very
The Pacific
cool.
Wheel.
Very cool.
LA is the birthplace of the internet. Did you guys know that?
What?
Yeah, I did know that actually.
You did?
No.
Oh. He keeps getting me, dude.
Oh, because what's it called? The Valley? It's the
Yeah, it came from UCLA.
Silicon Valley, right?
It came from UCLA though.
Oh.
He was trying to. I think they were saying that he was actually trying to email somebody,
And he just made the internet.
and no, I think like when they made it, he was trying to write like the first ever like electric message, and then I think it went from UCLA to Stanford.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wow, and yet people shit on California. SMH. We have a lot of cool stuff. Like we have self-driving cars, self-driving
then
Ubers.
I guess the last one will be Los Angeles was a part of Mexico for 27 years.
Ooh, Main
Nice.
Street. What do they call it? The one in LA, you know what I'm talking about?
At its heart, it still is, right?
The first street in
Am I right, guys?
he's right. He's right. That first street in downtown LA, you know what I'm talking about?
Alvera Street?
Is that what it is?
What?
Oh,
Alvera?
I don't know.
I thought you were just talking about Alvera Street.
And there's the main street on, you know, they keep it preserved, the one right across the street from Union Station. That one street, the old street. We used to take field trips there back in private school.
Alvera Street, yeah.
Is it that one?
Google it. Alvera Street.
Alvera.
Pretty
Dude, I'm surprised you don't know.
I don't know.
You're not a real Angelina. You're a Leva. Yeah, you're right. He's right. Alvera.
Come on. I went to school.
Yeah, come on.
La Placita Olvera.
Yeah, La Placita. Alvera. Oh, so you're not a Leva.
Oh, when you went to La Placita.
You were
with
ranking.
Abuela.
You're about to be ranking it.
Do you
fool.
even know about Los Cajones, bro?
When you went
That's
to
crazy.
when you went to La Placita with your jefita. I was watching Blood In Blood Out the other day. They're so, oh my god,
They're
bro.
so,
They're so
like,
over the top.
Stereotypical Chicano.
I'm gonna give you a placazo.
Oh, yeah.
Stage straight, I say. You don't talk like that, man. Come on.
I kind of love it though. I mean, our culture seems to love it.
It's so no, yeah. It's so over the top though. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, we're they're about to fight.
Hey,
Come on, yes sir.
When the dog goes belly up, he's done.
Do you think it's cringe the way that they talk?
I think they go for it. Like they stick to the bit so much that I'm like, I'm like, all right.
Now
It becomes funny or no?
I wouldn't say it becomes funny. It's almost like it's so over the top. I dig it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, people don't talk like that, but I mean, it's supposed to be like an exaggeration, right?
Yeah.
It's unapologetically like Chicano. It's very unapologetic. Now.
Well, because I was thinking, do other like when other like marginalized groups see that kind of like media that's supposed to like represent them, do they also get the same phenomenon? They're like, nobody talks like that, bro. Relax.
Well, it's depicting what 1970s Chicanos. So I don't know if like it was more like potent, like that verbiage, that slang from Chicanos.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like more potent. Cause like I do remember I had a bunch of friends from East LA when I was in high school. They're from Boyle Heights, and they were super obsessed with like Chicano culture. Shout out to them. And I remember specifically one of them. He was that type of like Chicano who he dressed with like the slacks and like he would tuck in his shirt and he had like the collar and he would do the slick back and he would always say like firme vato like and I was like. When I was younger, I was like, he's playing it up too much. But now, since I've seen Blood In, Blood Out, that I've gotten older, I'm like, nah, it seems more like a celebration.
I get you.
You know?
I think that movie's good. It's fun.
It's a good movie. It's just 3 hours.
Yeah, it is.
I've never seen it.
You gotta watch it, bro.
Together, no?
No.
We watched like
the
first few minutes. Yeah.
It's good, dude. It's honestly pretty good. The baddest Chicano in the barrio.
The one I will say, he's the one who does it the best though. Like his like the way he talks and his delivery, his is the best. Is it Crucito?
Yeah, it's because I don't think you've seen the movie, but he's like
he's the artist.
He's the art fool.
Artist, yeah.
He represents the art fool.
His delivery is the best. It's Benjamin Bratz. That's the one that's like I'm like you know
the baddest.
Well, because he doesn't talk like that for real. You know, that's why I'm like his is a little funny. I'm gonna give you a Picasso.
Well, come on! I love the fight. I love the scene where they're about to all fight.
Yeah,
he's like, "Come on, motherfucker!" And they like throw their shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something so empowering about.
Man, fuck you! I don't know.
I will say though, growing up in LA, because that entire movie takes place in LA. Growing up in LA and knowing other Mexicans and Chicanos who like that movie, I feel like it did the opposite. Where the movie's trying to teach you that like. Because the mom even says, right, you're only fighting yourselves. Yeah. Remember how it's like, it's kind of very anti-gang member, like how like there's no reason to be in gangs. We're just like, we're already fading away as a marginalized group.
It's the guy who's in jail. What's his name? He's like the leader of La Onda.
I don't know. I don't remember
the leader of La Onda before fucking, what's his name? Miklo. Before Miklo kills him. He's very against it. He's like, they just want us to kill each other. They want the blacks and the browns to kill each other. But then Miklo's like, nah, fuck you. You don't know. And he kills him. So,
but like the message and the theme of the movie is like how that's wrong, right? You shouldn't want to be part of a gang, and you should like be proud of being Chicano, but not have that. Chicano is not associated with Cholo, right? That's kind of like the message of the movie. But growing up, I feel like the fools who I went to high school with, they completely romanticized the more gang culture of it. Yeah. And it did the opposite effect, or they were like, yeah, fool, firme, like yeah. But I mean, I get it though. I get it. Like, I think that's just natural with all
it's
media.
Supposed to be when he's in jail, right? When he's like, you have no idea what Larasa means.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. It's over the top, but I like it.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah.
But Brandon, what did you bring for this week?
Okay, so I'll try to piggyback off of what Julie said. I learned recently. You could fact check. Okay, keep that open.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I learned that apparently, you know how LA is full of palm trees. Apparently, they're gonna die soon.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah,
because their lifespan is about like 70 to 100 years, and that's when they all got planted. Yeah. So pretty soon they might just vanish.
Disappear.
Yeah. Damn. But they're not native to here, so that's why people are like, you know.
Yeah, there's a conversation about how like should we replant them because they're just so like iconic towards like our city.
Okay, so for backstory, the reason they did that is the people who first got here, they associated palm trees with like luxury, like like the Bahamas and shit like that. So they planted it here to make people want to come here and see that. But that's why people are like, oh, Los Angeles is losing its iconic like palm trees, even though they're not native to here.
Yeah.
So that's
Dude, you know what's sad is that there was a palm tree growing in our yard and our dogs destroyed it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? You haven't seen it? We have a palm tree in our yard, but you probably don't notice it because they destroyed it. It was growing. It's like a little baby one.
What do you guys think? Should we replant them or should we let them die?
It depends on whether or not they cause like an ecological.
I think they're completely neutral. They don't do or give us anything.
They don't like, because you know how their leaves kind of fall? They don't damage anything around them?
No, I don't think so, actually.
No?
I think they're not a benefit or a hazard. They're kind of just, because they don't make oxygen. They don't clean anything. They're just
They're just there.
Yeah, pretty much, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a priority, like over like homelessness.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it'd be cool to, I guess, replant them. I understand, like, I guess because it's not native, right? Like, why would you want these trees? But to an extent, they're cool. I think I also learned that the parrots, you know how there's these parrots that are native,
that are also
also aren't native to it, but they use them it's like their homes. So like there's one benefit of that, you know. But people are like, why not just plant regular trees, which is good. I'm reading like the Reddit of like people arguing about them. No more palm trees. There are plenty of beautiful native shade trees we should plant instead. We should plant trees that have shade.
I can get behind that, planting trees with shade. I think we need shade.
I think the more existential idea that one day palm trees won't even be associated with Southern California is insane.
Yeah.
Because hundreds of years, right? It's only been around for 100 years.
It'll happen eventually, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's true. It's true. The palm trees are approaching the end of their life. Yeah. I feel like I can tell. I feel like every time I see a palm tree, it looks like it's dying.
They look like they're
they're like looking old and wrinkly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I ask about like the dangers of them, because I feel like, especially when it's been windy and like there's storms, like their leaves are always just on the ground everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I've always been like, so they don't destroy other people's houses when like they fall.
I think because they're tropical, there's a lot of tropical storms, so they're like adapted to being able to like sway a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why they never really fall over. But yeah.
Oh, they don't need that much water either. I'm looking into
that's why they're not a benefit or a hazard, really.
Then I say, I don't know. Like I said,
they really don't do anything other than aesthetics.
Yeah, it's not a priority, but it'd be cool to keep some palm trees around.
I agree with you. It's not a priority.
I don't know if I'd put it.
I don't think we should grind everything to a halt to be like, guys,
the fucking palm trees are coming back. Yeah,
but that's the first thing, because that was interesting. Second thing, I thought this was gonna be a little more interesting, but I guess not. Sometimes when I look up like, what's the science behind this? I don't know. Maybe I'm always expecting like that's a really interesting question. Like, I'm glad you finally asked. And here's this and this and that. And then, did you also know this and that? But it's very often the case that it's like, oh, it's because of this. So I looked up the science behind cringe, like why we cringe. And this one psychologist didn't really say anything like super outstanding. They were just saying that. So like, you know, when we have like external threats, like you get anxious and you run away, there's not really like a scientific cringe feeling. It's just what we call embarrassment, or feeling just embarrassed. And that's just the mind's way of running away from a thought, because we can't obviously run away physically from a thought. We just cringe and like block it out.
Makes sense.
I thought it was going to be more interesting.
You know what I don't like? I understand seeing something as cringe and being like kind of like secondhand embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I don't like when people get angry at cringe.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Why are you getting angry at cringe? Because I feel like I see it a lot on Instagram. Something will be cringe and comments death.
This is so fucking cringe.
It's like, man, I hope they die. I'm like,
no, I get you.
It's not that serious.
Very good point. Very good point. In fact, I think a lot of people should be allowed to be cringe. I feel like sometimes I'm like, this guy isn't hurting anybody. He's just doing his thing. You know?
I love cringe comedy. In a way, I am cringe, but I am free. Have you heard that thing? You should accept that you are cringe.
Cringe is probably a social construct, right?
Yeah. You should do things without the fear of being perceived as cringe.
Yeah. I admire the people who are freely cringe.
I am really cringe. I'm a corny person, if I'm being honest.
Say that again.
I'm a corny person, if I'm being honest.
Well, you beat me to the punch. But yeah, it wasn't that interesting. And then another thing that I also was like, this is gonna be so interesting when I do research. There's this one TikTok of this girl. She was talking about, you guys know AAA, right? The insurance and the people who you call for.
Yeah.
She was talking about like how great of a insurance company they are, because like if you go to the stores, they do all this crazy stuff. Like they'll help you renew your license. They'll like if you're in a foreign country, they'll exchange money for you. Like that, they do a bunch of crazy shit. And one of the things she said was, I don't know if you guys ever had this. My parents had this before these were around, and before GPS was like really big. There's these giant road maps. Did you guys have that?
Yeah, my parents had it when we would go to Mexico.
Yeah. So she was saying that, she's like, you Gen Zers might not know because of this, but we used to have maps, and you can go to AAA and get a free like map. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. But then she followed up saying, this is not a call her out, I just thought it was funny. She was like, oh, well, because maps, like those maps are like really crazy expensive now. And I was like, really? Like, I was thinking like, oh, like there must be like $200, $300 now because they're probably really hard to make and nobody buys them. So I wanted to do this like big piece on like, why are maps so expensive? And like, maybe we should bring back maps. And so when I started to go look for like, how much is a map? It was like $20. It wasn't that expensive.
It's probably just that they used to be like $1 or something.
No, yeah, because they were saying that you used to be able to go to 7-Eleven and just get one. They don't have it anymore. But yeah, I was really thinking like, oh man, they must be like.
I was thinking that too. I was like, is it like $200,
$300? Nah, it's like $20. Like on Amazon, you can get 2.
They're calling her a broke bitch.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's interesting. Because I think everybody should have a map. Because the one thing I think about all the time is, let's say like the shit goes down, and I always bring this
Not
up.
the doomsday.
You guys talk about the same. You guys talk about the same shit all the time, unapologetically.
I didn't even say it was the same shit you're always talking about. I just said not the doomsday of mine.
Kill him.
But like what I was thinking is, let's say like the phones go out, and you like want to go somewhere, right? Like let's say you guys were going to like Puebla, right? How would you get there? And I know a lot of people, we'll just follow the signs, but I'm imagining that everybody would do that, and then the roads would get clogged. And then if they're closed, and then even if you get off the main roads, you wouldn't really know how to get there. And I was like, yeah, that's actually true. So like if I wanted to go to like the Midwest or something, if I didn't have a map, I probably wouldn't be able to get there, and I'd probably just be stuck in the city. Or even if cars stopped working and I had to walk, I'd be fucked. Everybody be fucked.
So in maps, it gives you like every single road is on there?
They're called road atlases. So like you can just, if they're updated, they'll give you all the roads. But I guess that's the hard part is shit how is always updating.
Yeah.
What's so funny, bro? What's so funny?
It's because you were like, let's say you guys wanted to go to like Puebla or some shit, and I was like, okay, racially motivated, because it reminded me of you being like, let's say you guys wanted to go to like Taco Bell or something, like it would. No, I know, but I'm just saying that's what it sounded like. It just sounded so funny because it sounded so racially motivated. What? You guys don't see the humor in that?
No.
He was basically like, let's say you guys wanted to go to Mexico.
You said on other podcasts, if the shit goes down, we're going to Puebla.
It's true. You know what's funny?
Then you're the racial profile.
No, I just thought it was funny. I wasn't calling you out.
I'm not laughing.
It'd be like projecting. I'm not gonna say that.
What were you gonna say?
No.
See, he's projecting. It's what he would think he was saying.
I thought it was funny. I wasn't mad. I wasn't even mad. I just thought it was funny.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. That's what I do.
I know, but I'm about to cry. It's triggering me.
I know.
It's triggering me.
No, but yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I also saw like, because then I guess you get on like Doomer TikTok. There's like this interesting like what's a misconception about like zombie apocalypses, and somebody brought up a good point. Like if there was like a zombie virus and they were like kind of rotting or like they were unkept, they would like attract flies like crazy and mosquitoes. And so the guy was saying like in theory then you could get bit by a mosquito and you'd be done. And I was like, oh fuck, I never even thought of that.
Bro, you know that the insect populations have gone down a lot in the last 30 years.
Thank God.
Dude, that's crazy you say that. That's actually crazy you say that.
No,
I mean, I don't know if it's bad, but I just mean people that like exactly like most people are like, thank God.
Yeah.
But what insects?
It's all insects. It says analysis published in 2017 suggested that in 1989 to 2016 there had been a seasonal decline of 76% and midsummer decline of 82% in flying insects biomass over the past 27 years.
As long as the only ones that stick around are bees, butterflies, and all the cool ones, that's chill.
I
But
just mean like
flies and mosquitoes, I could
don't
be
you think
fucked.
that's a little scary?
What?
Dude, that's all, dude. 87%.
No, yeah.
That's a lot.
That's fucked up. I wish we could focus it on mosquitoes
like-
and flies.
but
But
like-
We can put that energy
Into
we can
just
harness
mosquitoes.
Into
Yeah.
them.
that energy
Yeah.
into them.
it's mostly bees, probably. All the good ones.
But why?
Dude, I don't know. I was doing research on it. It was actually, what are the odds that you would talk about it? It was a topic that I was gonna do, but I couldn't find enough on it. But
can I
the
say?
reason I found out was literally a video of a girl being like, "Did you know that almost 90% of insect life has gone down in the last 30 years?" And it's her telling somebody, and the person being like, "Thank God, I hate mosquitoes." So you literally did the fucking TikTok. That's how I was like, "What the
I
fuck?"
hate
But is it
mosquitoes, bro.
actually mosquitoes though?
They
no,
said
that's-
flying insects.
Flying insects. So any insects that fly.
That sucks because it's bees, but
Yeah.
The last 30 years is kind of insane. Did you know that also insects count for 90% of all animals on the planet?
I actually did know that.
Wait, what'd you say?
Insects account for 90% of all animals on the planet. That's how many insects there are. 90% of all animals on the planet are insects.
We gotta flip that. We gotta change that.
That's kind of insane. And to think that 87% of it has gone down in the last 30
I think
years.
the same thing happened for birds, with the bird population dipped, but because of cats, like house cats. Like they did an enormous amount of damage on birds.
I'm just like, not to get all, like, right now I'm the one in front of parties. I'm like, the fact that living life, bro, like life, we care that little about fucking insects just because of their size. It's that poem, right?
Remember when I brought that up on the podcast and you all laughed at me?
I didn't. Izzy
And
did.
you all said that I was being dramatic. and
Izzy
tripping
said that.
And,
Izzy said that. I don't think,
dude.
Julie, were you here?
Yeah,
Was she here?
I think so.
And I was like, oh, maybe ants. And you guys were like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's what you guys all did.
What's
and
that?
I was like, oh, I don't know, guys. I think it's kind of interesting. You guys
What's
are
that
like,
poem?
Do you
That's-
if
That's what you guys
if there's a if there's a bee near you, do you run away?
yeah, but I don't kill it.
She's like, interesting. I'll take notes
Am
of
I
that.
not supposed to?
You're supposed to accept.
From a bee, right?
Yeah. Don't you just stand there? It's a bee. What is it gonna do to you?
It could sting me.
In a way, that's prejudice.
If it stings me, then I don't want it to sting me because then the bee would die too. Yeah. See, yeah, you really.
But
thought,
that's
huh?
like your invite.
Yeah,
You
really
have
thought, huh?
threatening energy if you get stung by a bee.
Nah, you guys are. Let's walk it back to when you and I brought this up.
So
originally. You guys
wait,
are
so do bees attack when they feel like they're in danger, or do they always just attack?
If you have a
They
lot of
only-
karmic depth, they attack you.
only when they feel like they're in danger. Yeah.
Exactly.
Most animals are more afraid of you than you are of them.
It's true. That's why I always think it's fucked up you're scared of spiders. That's fucked up.
I don't kill them.
Well, because
That's fucked up.
the biological reasoning, right, is it's a huge risk to the animal too to fight you, so they obviously don't want to. Like with snakes, like how rattlesnakes are always rattling. It's because they really don't want to bite you because they have a limited amount.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
basically telling you to get the fuck
Yeah,
away.
they're like, please, bro, I'm trying not to bite you. Like, get away from me. But obviously, sometimes we just don't. We have like our headphones in, so we just step right on them or something.
Yeah.
Scary, dude.
Yeah.
I would hate that. I remember when I was a kid, I was hiking and there was this big ass fucking snake right on the trail, and I was like, I can't get around it.
You know what I speaking kind of similarly, I saw this like study, right? There's this like he's like a teacher. He deals with like biology a lot, and he was saying that they recently did this study in the woods, and they found that pretty much every animal in the world has learned and evolved to be afraid of people. So that how they figured this out was they went deep into the woods where there's a lot of biodiversity with a bunch of animals. And they would play different sounds. So they'd play like, predators, and some animals wouldn't even react to the predators. But every single animal that came across when they would play people talking, they would split immediately. That's crazy to me. Every animal on the planet knows, like, get the fuck out of here.
Maybe humans are the real animals.
Oh, we're the virus? It's finally healing?
Dude, have you seen that video? There was another video. Have you seen it? Where I think it's this Indian guy. He's like stuck in a ditch, and then what's so funny?
I don't know.
There's this Indian guy stuck in a ditch, and then this mountain lion accidentally falls into the ditch too. Have you seen it? And then the mountain lion the guy gets scared of the mountain lion and like starts just like erratically trying to climb up, and then the mountain lion is scared of the human. So then on the other side, also the mountain lion is trying to get out of the ditch. Yeah, so everybody was like, they're scared of each other. The mountain lion is scared of the human, and the human is scared of the mountain lion. So they're both at the same time trying to get away from each other. So it kind of goes to prove your theory that it's true that most animals are scared of humans more than we're scared of them.
Yeah.
Yes, Davey.
What?
Yeah.
Animals love me naturally since I was a kid.
Fucked up to coyotes, bro.
That's different. They fuck with my dogs.
That's fucked up.
I'm protecting my own.
But they were here first.
Mm-hmm.
Douchebag.
Well, then they gotta respect my space.
Well, then nothing.
Sure. Well then.
She's like, shut the fuck up, asshole.
Yeah, but that's about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
A very nice and tight and beautiful episode for all you listeners and watchers out there. Before we go, we got to give a shout out to our Patreon.
Do we have anyone new? Or are we all good? No? Okay. Come on, guys. Nobody new?
Come on, guys.
You obviously don't like our show.
You want me to start?
You want me to start? I'm gonna starve.
Yeah, it's like, I'm literally like, clearly not starting.
Shout out to UL. Shout out to Jada Chicano. Shout out to Angel Zambrón. Shout out to El Verdugo de Pasadena. Shout out to Eli Quintero. Shout out to Sarah without an H, Stephen Carbajal, and Carla Corazon. Your patronage is always appreciated. And if anyone out there watching ever wants to join the Patreon, our link is always in the description. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.